We've all had that conversation with our friends at some point. Wouldn't it be cool if Pokemon were real? Well, I think I've thought of a reason why it may not be. Pokemon possess special abilities that humans just can't match. They have super strength and elemental powers, giving them an upper hand on people. So wouldn't it stand to reason that Pokemon would be more suited for doing jobs that humans do in the real world? My name is Trendge, and here are 5 Pokemon that could take your job. If you're a professional mover, I have bad news for you. Machoke is one of the strongest creatures in the Pokemon universe. Its muscles are said to be as hard as steel, with the strength to hold back a sumo wrestler with just one finger. I'd imagine that a few boxes and some furniture would feel as light as a feather to a Machoke. There's actually evidence of Machoke movers in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. At the very start of the game, right after you realize your mother doesn't love you because she made you ride in the back of the moving van with the cargo instead of up front with her, you walk into your new home to find 2 Machokes moving all of your things for you. The Fire Red Pokedex entry for Machoke states that its formidable body never gets tired. It helps people by doing work such as the moving of heavy goods, and the Pearl Pokedex states that it can lift a dump truck with just one hand. Using that power, it helps people with heavy jobs. That isn't even the end. Check out the Pokedex entries from other Pokemon games to see the evidence that Machoke is going to outwork any mover in the real world. While making this video, I learned that there's actually a video on the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel where Machoke movers sing a song as they move boxes. It's interesting, to say the least. Before electricity was widespread and lighthouses were automated, they were tended by a lighthouse keeper, also called a light keeper. They had responsibilities including making sure there was oil in the lamps, keeping the wicks trimmed, winding the clockworks, and cleaning lenses and windows. However, if you played Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal, you know that the only lighthouse keeper around was an Ampharos. This can also be seen in the Pokemon anime, where like in the games, Ash is unable to battle Jasmine until Ampharos receives medicine so it can get back to work. Ampharos uses the tip of its tail to shine a bright light that can reportedly be seen from space. The Pokedex entry from Crystal says, when it gets dark, the light from its bright shiny tail can be seen from far away on the ocean's surface. It's highly unlikely that humans ever tended lighthouses in the Pokemon universe, because an Ampharos would have done a much better job. It would also eliminate the need for oil, wicks, and even the lighthouse's clockworks. Mega Ampharos sure has some luxurious hair too, so hair models better watch out. Lifeguards have a pretty important job. Rescuing swimmers, surfers, and other water enthusiasts require a lot of training and the ability to remain calm in stressful situations. While it's true that many water-type Pokemon are excellent swimmers, one in particular is known for rescuing swimmers in need. Floatzel's Pokedex entry from Diamond states that it floats using its well-developed flotation sac. It assists in the rescue of drowning people. Floatzel's highest stat is its speed, leading me to believe that this Pokemon is a very fast swimmer and will be able to get to a drowning person much faster than a human. Floatzel's flotation sac is obviously part of its body, so that means that it also doesn't have to worry about bringing a float too. Another Dex entry says that its flotation sac doubles as a rubber raft. While it could be argued that a Floatzel wouldn't be able to efficiently perform CPR or other first aid, it could certainly remove an endangered person from the water very quickly. Baywatch may have been a much different show if Floatzel was around. Construction workers have a tough job. They generally work outside in the unbearable heat and even in the blistering cold while dealing with potentially hazardous conditions. Long hours and constant overtime make for a difficult work-life balance too. Many construction sites have high turnover rates due to the conditions and the stressfulness of the job. However, there's one Pokemon in particular who loves that environment. Timber may be a small Pokemon, but it loves to work. Its Pokedex entry in white version states that these Pokemon appear at building sites and help out with construction. They always carry squared logs. Even better, the Sword Pokedex says that it loves helping out with construction projects. It loves it so much that if rain causes work to halt, it swings its log around and throws a tantrum. Timber is undoubtedly very strong, given that it constantly carries that log around. I am curious as to whether or not Timber puts its log down while working. It seems like it would just get in the way. Imagine being a construction worker and showing up to your job site one day, only to be told that this small gray creature will be taking your job. This tiny Pokemon is willing to work longer and harder than you, and with no pay at that. I bet I know what Pokemon Bob the Builder has on his team. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what goes into being a spy, but I'm willing to bet that it involves a lot of trickery. Zoroark is the master of trickery in the Pokemon world. While it doesn't change its physical form like Ditto, it can create illusions to make its target think whatever it wants. I would argue that this is even better than Ditto's ability. Who needs the ability to transform when you can convince your enemy of anything? Need access to a restricted area? No problem. Being chased by some goons and need a distraction? Done deal. Zoroark's Dex entry says that each has the ability to fool a large group of people simultaneously. They protect their lair with illusory scenery. Being trapped in one of Zoroark's illusions sounds pretty terrifying, so I wouldn't be surprised if they are used for torture techniques as well. The CIA would have an army of Zoroarks if they were real. What are some other jobs that could be taken by Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below, and if I make a second part to this video, your suggestion just may be featured. Be sure to hit that like button, and subscribe to see more videos like this. My name is Trendge, and I'll see you on the next adventure.